Hey everybody, welcome to the Droopytown network for another unboxing video. Today we're going to be looking at a Motorola RAZR HD smartphone. This phone may be familiar to you guys as a Verizon wireless DROID RAZR HD phone if you're from the US, but this is not exactly the same thing. This is the model that works only with GSM networks, including AT&T and T-Mobile, not CDMA ones like Verizon. This phone is not actually sold in the US by AT&T or T-Mobile, and I actually purchased it from a Puerto Rican seller on eBay who actually unlocked the phone from the network it was originally locked to, and that is their own local provider named Claro. So this phone was unlocked by the seller, and as such this is not a 100% genuine unboxing video. As you can see on the back side, that the seals have already been broken. So I mean, if you want to unlock the phone, you actually have to get to the phone, so you know this is going to happen. So this video will show a phone that's already been removed from the box before, and in fact I already took the liberty to set up the phone myself too, to make sure that it is indeed unlocked. So and everything checked out, but I'll get to show you guys some of the features and stuff of the phone, which normally I wouldn't be able to do if I hadn't set the phone up beforehand. Okay, so on the back here you can see a picture of the phone and a description of it in 3 different languages. After all, this phone was manufactured for the Latin American market, so there's English, Spanish, and Portuguese. And on the front, it's a bigger picture of the phone and 4G LTE proudly displayed on the sticker. Alright, inside, once you remove the box cover, you can see the phone itself and next to this flap right here. And once I remove both, you're going to see all the accessories inside. So here's all the goods, and I'm going to dig them all out and talk about them individually. Okay, so the first thing I can talk about here is this little pamphlet that says caution about high volume usage. This is clearly for people who don't have common sense and don't know that volume that's too loud can actually hurt your eardrums. Pretty basic stuff. We have a packet here of some manuals and warranty information, I would guess, in 3 different languages. Here we have the hands-free headset, which includes a microphone in line. As you can see right here, this jack has 4 different sections, so this definitely has a microphone in line, so you can talk and listen using this headset. Right here we have, we'll talk about this first, the Motorola travel charger. This is what you connect to your phone to recharge the battery, and this is a world charger, so it works with 120 volts to 240 volts, and of course, you know, you'll need a physically compatible connector if you want to use this abroad. So you can always get an adapter or whatever to physically change this to the right size and whatnot. And this does connect using a USB cable, so there's a USB port right here. So this adapter is going to be useful for a lot of different devices, not just this RAZR HD. Here we have the aforementioned USB cable. This connects to the phone. It's got a micro USB connector on this side, so it's very standard. No proprietary shenanigans from Motorola, and this cable will allow you to connect the phone to both the computer for file transfers and the adapter for recharging purposes. This is a nice freebie that Motorola included. A lot of manufacturers don't include this anymore. You have to buy this separately. This is an HDMI to mini HDMI cable. The phone has a mini HDMI port, which allows you to output the phone's display to a nice HD monitor or television. So theoretically, if you're playing a movie on your phone, you can connect it to a TV and then watch it there. So this is really nice for Motorola to include. Otherwise, you'd have to buy it yourself separately. The last accessory we're going to look at is this micro SIM slot opener tool. And you know, we used to use paper clips for these, but it looks like Motorola decided to throw in an official Motorola version of it. You can see here the Motorola logo, and it's got this little needle at the end here, and you just poke it into the hole over here to eject the tray. So this tray, oops, didn't quite work there. This tray is going to allow you to load the micro SIM onto here, and the micro SD slot is here as well. So the disadvantage to this is that if you like to swap SD cards a lot, this is going to be kind of annoying because you'll need to pop this out every time. But you know, if you don't do that, then it's not a big deal. So I'm going to load the the SIM card in here, and that's my AT&T SIM, as you can see here. You just load it in like that, and then just load it on in here, push it in, and I'm going to turn this phone on, and while it loads, I'll talk about the design, the build quality and whatnot. Okay, so on the front, you can see the 4.7-inch AMOLED screen. Its resolution is 1280 by 720, making it a 720p HD phone. And this is an AMOLED screen, so yes, there is pentile matrix pixel arrangement for this screen, which a lot of people may not like because you can see jagged edges in a lot of the graphics. But at 720p, it's reasonably dense enough that you can't really see it unless you really try to look for it. But you know, if you, first of all, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you're not going to mind. But if you do know what I'm talking about, just keep in mind that you may want to have to go to a phone with a conventional LCD if this really bothers you. As far as I know, Motorola phones and Samsung phones will use AMOLED screens that have pentile matrices, but if you go for a conventional LCD, you won't have that problem. And phones like the Sony Xperia, LG Nexus 4, or HTC One will not have this this pentile pixel arrangement. So before I get to the software of the phone and whatnot, let's talk about the front-facing camera. I can't think of the resolution off the top of my head. It's either 1.3 megapixels or 2, but it's definitely at least the former. On the top, we have the headphone jack. This side, we have the aforementioned SIM slot and a micro USB port, micro HDMI port. There's nothing on the bottom, just a couple of screws. This side we have a volume rocker and a power button. And note that the silver surface here is definitely some sort of metal alloy. It is not plastic, so that's a nice touch from Motorola, not cheaping out there on the materials used on this phone. On the back, we have the video or camera right here. That's 8.0 megapixels, a single LED flash, a noise canceling microphone in this hole right here, and a speakerphone, which is right here. And noise canceling microphones have been around for a while now. There's basically 2 or more microphones on a phone. The main one's on the bottom here that you talk into, but you have a noise canceling microphone to basically eliminate like whatever ambient noise may be in the environment in which you are talking. Now this back cover looks like carbon fiber, but that is just the design. This is actually Kevlar, and it's got a soft touch finish, but Kevlar doesn't mean that this thing is bulletproof, so don't trust your life with this thing. As far as you know, the feel of it, it feels very solid, very substantial. It's not, you know, glossy, chintzy plastic like the Galaxy S series, and it's a little weighty. It's definitely heavier than the Samsung phones. It feels more like an iPhone in the sense of like its weight and whatnot. So I do like the build quality of this. In terms of weight, it's probably personal preference, but I feel this is for an Android phone, this is reasonably good build quality. All right, so just looking at the phone, you can see that the interface is very similar to stock Android. So Motorola decided to develop an interface that looks very similar to stock Android now because people like it that way. And you can see that other than, you know, the addition of this widget and changing some of the icons, that pretty much it's the same thing. And you know, even like in the app tray, it's all very similar to stock Jelly Bean. You can see Google Now. I'm going to show you. This is a Jelly Bean phone right here. It's got Jelly Bean loaded onto it. So here's Google Now, and you can see, you know, it looks very similar to stock Google. And performance is really good. Right here you can see quick settings menu. It's actually not in the notifications menu. It's actually, you have to scroll to the left of the main page to see the quick settings where you can turn on Wi-Fi, GPS, Bluetooth, etc. And performance is good, man. There's really no lag, as you can see me scrolling around here. Obviously there's more performance intensive things you can do on a phone, but this is usually a pretty good test, and you can see that it performs very smoothly for this phone. There is a little bit of lag, but I haven't seen an Android phone yet that has no lag whatsoever, so this is pretty good. Okay, so that's it, man. That is the unboxing of the RAZR HD. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a like, as it does help me a lot, and subscribe to the Droopytown Network for future unboxing videos. So that's it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.